Thanks a lot for the Franchisee India team who were gracious enough to invite me to speak at this inaugural session. Pepperfry is actually a one-year-old company. It's a company which started customer operations on the 3rd of January 2012. Pepperfry is actually not a retailer. Pepperfry is a platform. It's a place which does business, or it's a website which does business very differently from the Flipkarts of the world or the Chromas of the world, or be it whatever retailer you can think about. Because here are the differences. Pepperfry has got thousands of sellers. Pepperfry has no inventory. Pepperfry actually enables sellers, franchisees, small businesses, entrepreneurs to get orders from more than 1,500 cities across India, and then service those orders with products that you might manufacture, source, be the franchisee for, and actually sell that to the customer only after you receive payments from customers. And that's what Pepperfry does. So the goal behind Pepperfry, or the goal behind a really solid, what we call a marketplace e-tailing business, is the fact that it's all about small businesses. We thrive and we are doing well because our business partners, our merchants who sell on Pepperfry do well. And that's the reason we exist. And that's the reason we do well. I'm actually not, only over the last 5-6 years, starting eBay, did I actually start looking at the e-tailing or the internet industry with some degree of detail. And now I have hopefully learned a little. But I used to be an FMCG guy. And I had started my career in this small town called, one of the towns I used to manage was in eastern UP, and it was called Mongra Badshapur. The value of your time has increased substantially. So therefore, the premium that customers place on convenience has increased substantially. And that premium, again, lends itself to the opportunity of utilizing the internet, the mobile, multiple channels as a business channel, as a method of reaching out to your customer. And the internet, mobile, and the customers getting more empowered, having more information with them, enables pull-based businesses to thrive. Just to give you an idea, Pepperfry in the 13 months of existence, we've not run a single television campaign. We've not run a single radio spot. We've not taken a single newspaper ad. And in sum total, there are 152 great folks who work in Pepperfry. Internet and the mobile and electronics and technology. Look, you don't need, you can't be scared of technology. Technology enables you to paradigm shift the way you would approach your business. It enables you to reduce, employment costs. It enables you to reduce time to market. It enables you to access your customer with greater amounts of information. And that's inherently the biggest gain that most businesses are going to see through electronic commerce and through omni-channel retailing over the next few years. Now if there are products which are catering to this particular segment in the apparel industry, sold online, there will still be enough buyers who will come and buy. And there are these segments of business that are thriving online. And these are thriving in the lifestyle space. We sell a couple of crores of wooden furniture every month on our platform. Just to give you a stat, every 3 minutes on pepperfry.com, a piece of furniture gets sold. Every 3 minutes. We have merchants of furniture who provide today more than 3,500 items of furniture live right now on pepperfry.com. And it is actually exactly the same as the offline buying experience that a customer goes through. And therefore, that category is thriving. Today, 85% of the women who are online are less than the age of 35, and 40% of them are salaried professionals. Now, that is a better demographic than any segment that any large retailer or FMCG or whatever manufacturer can claim. And that segment's today willing to shop online and shop for lifestyle products. And finally, I truly believe it is entrepreneurs and which is why I set up Pepperfry, which is the thought behind Pepperfry. We call ourselves basically a site which is all about the small fish. We are not about big corporate houses. We are about small businesses looking to grow their business, needing a channel to reach out to their customers, providing that efficiently, ensuring that both the merchants as well as us make enough money. And we believe that it's entrepreneurs like us working together who will help build this ecosystem which will make online and e-retail thrive. This will be driven by mobile payments. We haven't talked about mobile very much, but mobile payments today is the big area where a lot of development needs to happen to make purchasing on mobile really easy for the customer. We all hear stats, right? There are 800 million, 700 million, whatever number of mobile phones in India. The problem with them is when they are used to buy or make an e-commerce transaction, the process of payment is really inefficient. And there will be a lot of development around it. So mobile payments is going to drive a lot of m-commerce. This is also going to be about financial inclusion. Today, COD is talked about a lot, especially when it comes to e-commerce. The largest Indian businesses in e-commerce, outside of Flipkart, actually don't have a very high COD component. Just to give you an idea, 2% of Pepperfry's sale, 2%, is from cash on delivery. 2%. 98% of Pepperfry's sale is electronically paid for in advance by customers who trust us enough to pay 98% of the time. And you know what that does? That ensures that entrepreneurs who sell on these sites, such as Pepperfry, get their money on time, have a low working capital cycle, do not have cancellations, and therefore business thrives. And that is going to happen even more as financial inclusion in our country per se increases. People have greater access to electronic payment methods. Even today, access is not a problem. There are about 90-odd million electronic debit cards in India. Even if you assume that everybody has two, there are still 45 million people who have access, 45 million unique people who have access to electronic payment methods. The total number of people who've transacted online and bought products? 10 million. There are 35 million people more who haven't bought and have access to an electronic payment method. The idea is to ensure that they trust you enough and they see enough value to be able to commit and pay you in advance, which helps the ecosystem, helps entrepreneurs who work with you, and consequently ensures that everybody does a thriving business where the unit economics work, where profitability is not a question, and where businesses can thrive for the right reasons, as opposed to large-scale investments, be that in land as in property, as in the case of offline retail, which are perhaps below EBITDA investments, or be that bad unit economics, as might be the case in some online retail companies. So this is the other thing. You could make the best possible mousetrap at really efficient costs. You will still be a mousetrap. Only if you differentiate, build a business model which is localized to Indian conditions, will it work. And at the end of it, hopefully, we'll all be a little wiser. I don't think we all know the answers for everything yet. Hopefully, we'll be a little wiser. We'll learn a little more. And we will all build great businesses together. And that is how we should look at e-retail. That's how we should look at mobile retail. Call it what you want. But it's one business. It has to be looked at as multiple arms of a business as opposed to, offline versus online. That's all, folks. Thanks a lot for your time. And once again, my sincere thanks to the Franchise India team for having us here. Thank you very much.